Welcome to GoSycamores.com. It is time for our opponent previews this year for the Indiana State football squad. Yes, it is about that time, folks. Indiana State football season is about to approach quickly. It's going to be opened on a Thursday night this year. Yes, Thursday night, late August against the Quincy Hawks. It will be the season opener for Indiana State. And as we go through these opponent previews, we're going to talk to a individual representing each of the schools. And first things first, we're going to talk with the head coach of the Quincy Hawks. Gary Bass joins us. Coach Bass, it's great to have you on with us. We really appreciate the time. I know, just as I'm sure every coach around this time of year, you always feel you may need a little bit more time with your crew, but the good news is you're going to get some time with camp starting to get here very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's one of those things I think as coaches you're always looking forward to a little bit of a vacation time, but now it's getting to the point in time where you're kind of like, all right, enough of this. Let's get to football season. Let's get to work.
When you think of your time at Quincy, obviously you spent time before you were named the head coach just this past year after the 2017 season. Why is it that Quincy has a special place in your heart, and why you've really enjoyed being there and why you want to stay there, and obviously being the head coach now, entering your first role as the head coach?
Well, for me, it's big on family. The university is a great place from the standpoint of it's about people. It's about trying to mold these young men into just that, great young men and great members of society. And I went to a school very similar to size to this. I went to Catawba College in Salisbury, North Carolina, another small Division II school. So very similar setup from that standpoint. Like I said, I've been here. This will be my 7th football season coming up. I was the offensive line coach and offensive coordinator in prior years. And like I said, I fell in love with the town. I fell in love with the university, and I just fell in love with the type of young men we had here to have the ability to teach. So it's a great place to be, and I'm really enjoying my time here.
Being your time at Quincy, you, of course, got to work with Coach Pagic before he accepted the job with Temple. What was the biggest thing you took away from him? I know the 2014 season really sticks out. It was a 6-5 year. It was the first winning season in 6 years for the program. Obviously had success under Coach Pagic. What did you take away from him that you hope you can continue to build off of and start to have your own success as you now take over?
Well, I think the first and foremost thing I think that a lot of coaches kind of miss the boat on when they first become a head coach is I think they get so wrapped up in the X's and O's side of things that they don't really think about laying the foundation and the culture for your football program. And for us, that was the most important thing moving forward. Had a lot of time here with Coach Pagic, really enjoyed my time, learned a whole lot from him. That was the one thing I think I learned the most was that was something that was definitely going to be very important moving on and moving forward, that we had to establish the culture that we wanted to have here as a coaching staff here now and give us the ability to build a program, because I tell our guys all the time we don't want to be a good football team, we want to be a good football program. And in order to do that, everything's about process. Change doesn't happen overnight. Change takes time, and it takes a lot of effort. And for our guys, it's trying to get through to them that process is what's going to make us great in the future. A lot of kids, unfortunately, in the way society works today, is everybody wants everything now. And getting those kids to be patient and understanding what we're trying to accomplish is super important for us moving forward.
You have so many practices to go before you get ready for the Sycamores on August the 30th. But what do you think you will like about this group from what you have returning and kind of when you guys meet as a staff and you look over your roster and you see what you have, what you really like about what you'll be able to work with here come August?
Well, I know first and foremost the thing that we're going to like the most is we got a lot of young kids that we have the ability to be able to teach exactly the way we want to teach and mold. I mean, we're probably going to be the youngest football team I believe I've ever been a part of. We're going to have probably 90, 80, 85% of our roster is going to be sophomores or younger. So, I mean, in 2 years, we've had a lot of youth established in this football program. We've had a lot of young kids get a little bit of playing time last year. And like I said, this freshman class, we're very excited about seeing what they can do and be able to show this fall camp. So, I mean, I definitely think our youth and our energy is going to be great. But, of course, with that comes a lack of experience. But whenever you sit here and you talk about building a program and you talk about process, having that type of youth is a good thing because it allows you to build for the future.
You know, it feels like I'm almost interviewing Coach Mallory in a way, Coach Bass, because he literally says about the exact same things you are. Of course, he's in year 2 here in Terre Haute and trying to go through the same thing you are and building that foundation and building that culture. I hear so many coaches say that. So I want to ask you this. How would you describe the culture you have and what you want to build at Quincy?
Very simple, family. We have a mission statement for our program. We have 3 core values that we live by. And for all our guys, the most important thing for me year one last year was giving meaning and defining exactly what we wanted to accomplish with all those things and exactly what they needed to do to achieve excellence and to get us to the point in time when we were able to live our core values. So for us, the most important thing was defining things and getting those young men to understand that. So for us, I definitely say family. We're going to be a family-driven program that's going to try to achieve excellence, point blank. It's that simple, and the road to that for us is what's going to allow us to be able to become great.
Sooner or later, it will be August 30th, and Coach Bass and the Quincy Hawks will look to come into Terre Haute and knock off the Indiana State Sycamores, but we'll wait till game week to dive more into that matchup, and, of course, with fall camp for Indiana State starting around August 1st. Once again, Coach Gary Bass of the Quincy Hawks. Coach, we know you're extremely busy. We really appreciate the time, and we look forward to having some more conversations with you when we get closer to game week.
All right, thank you. You guys have a great weekend.